Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun Sion. Today we're analyzing Masechtas Bikurim Perek Aleph Mishnah Ches. There's a lot to analyze in this Mishnah. Mishnah says that if an onus happened, you separated Bikurim, they were stolen from you, they got lost, they became Tameh, presumably accidentally. You have to replace them. You have to take, if your grapes, the first growing grapes, right? You took Bikurim. We'll have to see what the shear of Bikurim, how many of the first growing grapes you have to take. But you took some of the grapes. You have to take more grapes, replace them. You're not koreh though. You're not koreh the parsha when you get to the Beis Hamikdash. However, the Mishnah says if you already brought them to Harabayas, the Azara Harabayas, and the Parshim say, and then they became Tomei, so all you have to do is give the basket to the Kohen. You don't have to replace them. Why is that? Why is it once you get to the Harabayas, you don't have to replace them? So, as I mentioned before, there's two parts to the mitzvah of Bikurim. There's a mitzvah of Hava, of bringing, and there's a mitzvah of Kriya, or I would say called, actually giving it to the Kohen. The process of giving it to the Kohen, it's a certain protocol that you give it to the Kohen, you wave it, and you read the parsha. That's a second part of the mitzvah of Bikurim. There's two parts. There's the bringing to the Harabayas, and then because, as I mentioned, Bikurim is not like Truma, where Truma is basically the income of the Kohen. It's for the Kohen. Here the Kohanim accept the Bikurim merely as a shliach of Hashem. Bikurim is thanksgiving, just like a Bachor Adam Kor Behema. You're giving thanks to Hashem for giving you bounty, and for the firstborn you give to Hashem as thanks. The Kohen accepting it for you. So therefore, once I brought it to the Beis Hamikdash, which is the makom of Hashem, right? It's the makom of Hashem. So that I already did my mitzvah of Hava, right? The fact that I can't give it to the Kohen, it's not my fault already, because I did thanksgiving to Hashem, bringing it to Hashem's place. I did my mitzvah. If it got tameh or stolen before I did it, so I didn't give thanksgiving to Hashem. Once I brought the Harabayis, I did the act of bringing it to Hava. So then it's already considered to be I'm thanking Hashem. Yes, practically the Kohen is not able to take it over here, but I did my part. It was the only which happened to me, only Rahman Patre. However, if it didn't get to Harabayis, there's no mitzvah. You didn't do anything yet, because the purpose is to give thanksgiving to Hashem. You didn't bring it to the Beis Hamikdash yet, so therefore you've done nothing so far. That's why you have to replace it. We'll talk more as we go forward. Why is that when you replace it, you don't do Kriya, you don't do the parsha of Kriya over here. Read the parsha. I'll talk more about that going forward. Hopefully, see you in the next one.